Step into the ring, fans. It's main event reports, bringing you all the latest from WWE. Don't forget to subscribe and let's get started. The latest episode of WWE SmackDown delivered one of the most shocking and electrifying moments the women's division has seen in years. Just when fans thought the road to Survivor Series War Games couldn't get any more intense, WWE pulled off a reveal so unexpected and impactful that it sent social media into a frenzy and left the entire wrestling world buzzing. In a single night, the return of AJ Lee and the arrival of Becky Lynch instantly transformed an already heated rivalry into a generational showdown destined to reshape the future of the division. Tensions erupt as Damage Control arrives in full force. SmackDown opened with pressure already building inside the arena. Damage Control, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Asuka, and Dakota Kai marched to the ring with the confidence of a faction that believed they held every advantage going into War Games. Their presence was bold, unapologetic, and laced with arrogance as they taunted the crowd and dared anyone to challenge their dominance. Standing tall together, they looked unstoppable, leaving the audience wondering who could possibly stand up to such a united and dangerous group. Belair, Flair, and Shotzi step up, but need a game changer. The energy shifted the moment Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and Shotzi stormed onto the stage. While they brought intensity and determination, the numbers clearly weren't in their favor. They knew they needed someone capable of shaking the foundation of the match, someone unpredictable, iconic, and powerful enough to counter the might of Damage Control. The crowd sensed the anticipation building as the trio promised they weren't walking into War Games without a fifth member who could truly make a difference. The arena falls silent before an unforgettable return. With the ring filled with tension, the lights suddenly dimmed. The crowd erupted into speculation as the cameras zoomed in and the atmosphere thickened with suspense. For a moment, it felt as if the entire arena was holding its breath. And then, without warning, the unmistakable theme music that defined a fearless era in women's wrestling blasted through the speakers. In an instant, fans knew exactly what was about to happen, and the arena completely exploded. AJ Lee makes a triumphant return to WWE SmackDown. AJ Lee walked onto the SmackDown stage for the first time in years, and the reaction was volcanic. She carried the same razor-sharp confidence, unfiltered attitude, and fearless presence that made her one of the most influential women in WWE history. She didn't pause. She didn't smile. She simply walked with purpose straight towards the ring, and the crowd responded with pure disbelief and excitement. Her return wasn't just a comeback, it was a statement. In that moment, every wrestler in the ring froze, recognizing the seismic shift happening before their eyes. AJ Lee joins the War Games team and reignites the division. AJ entered the ring and stood shoulder to shoulder with Belair, Flair, and Shotzi. When she made it official that she was joining their War Games team, the arena erupted once again. The commentary team reacted with shock. Fans online launched into celebration. Wrestling headlines lit up instantaneously. AJ Lee's return didn't simply boost her team's odds, it redefined the trajectory of the entire match. The women's division had officially entered a new era of unpredictability. Rhea Ripley interrupts with another massive announcement just as the excitement began settling. Rhea Ripley stormed onto the stage. Wearing a chilling grin, she held the microphone with the confidence of someone ready to detonate a bombshell of her own. Ripley made it clear that if AJ Lee was entering the match, her side needed an equal force, someone with the same star power, intensity, and big match energy. The crowd erupted in anticipation as Ripley teased someone who could turn War Games into absolute chaos. Becky Lynch emerges as the fifth member for the opposing team. And then the music hit. Becky Lynch, the man, the headline maker, the trailblazer, marched down to SmackDown for a reveal that instantly sent shockwaves through the arena. Her entrance was fierce and loaded with intensity as she locked eyes with AJ Lee in a moment that fans never imagined they'd see on WWE television. The energy between them was electric, and Thane crowd responded with unrestrained excitement. Ripley made it official. Becky Lynch was joining the opposing War Games team, creating one of the most compelling matchups WWE has put together in years. A dream rivalry teased in one epic stare-down. The stare-down between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch felt like the collision of two eras. Two women who defined different chapters of wrestling history now standing face to face. It immediately sparked endless fantasy booking among fans, who began imagining dream matchups, fiery confrontations, and unforgettable moments that could unfold inside War Games. The reactions online were instant and overwhelming. Social media platforms lit up with speculation, excitement, and disbelief as fans celebrated this unprecedented twist. Crafts a cultural moment worthy of the hype. WWE didn't just surprise fans, they delivered a moment that will be talked about for years. AJ Lee's return alone would have been headline news, but pairing it with Becky Lynch stepping into the storyline elevated everything into a cultural event. This wasn't just about building hype for Survivor Series, it was about honoring wrestling history, fueling modern rivalries, and creating a generational clash inside the unforgiving structure of War Games. With both teams now complete, the stakes have risen to staggering levels. War Games becomes a battle of legends, rebels, and icons. The Women's War Games match is no longer just another multi-woman showdown. It has transformed into a battle of philosophies, eras, and legacies. On one side, AJ Lee joins three of WWE's most resilient competitors. On the other, Becky Lynch stands with a faction known for destruction and dominance. Together, they form one of the most stacked and unpredictable matchups the division has ever seen. With steel cages, intense rivalries, and two legendary names finally sharing the same battlefield, War Games promises to be a historic spectacle. SmackDown raises the bar for WWE storytelling. This episode proved once again that WWE understands how to deliver shock value, nostalgia, and compelling storytelling all in one package. The twists were perfectly timed, the reactions were explosive, and the anticipation for Survivor Series has reached a level few storylines achieve. With AJ Lee's monumental comeback and Becky Lynch's dramatic reveal, WWE has set the stage for one of the most unforgettable War Games matches in years, maybe ever. Conclusion. A night that redefined the women's division. SmackDown didn't just give fans surprises, it created a moment that transcended the show itself. The women's division is now standing at the edge of a historic clash, with legends and rising stars ready to tear each other apart inside War Games. AJ Lee's return, Becky Lynch's arrival, two teams built for chaos, and a fan base ready for a battle that promises to be iconic. If this SmackDown proved anything, it's that WWE can still deliver twists that shake the industry and remind the world why its storytelling remains unmatched.